We send our children to school believing they have a safe place to learn, but one local school district is fighting a losing battle against an aging building and a tight budget. I'll take you on a tour of one middle school mess in my True Squad investigation. Ceiling tiles stained and falling down, light fixtures without covers, and large trash cans line the halls.
It's been so far our containment system.
Welcome to Hacker Middle School in Mountain Home.
This building, like a lot of buildings in Idaho, it's an older school building, and we have been unable to keep up with the leaks.
I toured the school with Assistant Superintendent James Gilbert and a group of worried parents.
It's just not a good learning environment. It's not safe for kids.
Now, this is not a new problem. The leaks are getting worse.
Quite frankly, during the tour, I was shocked at what I found in the classrooms.
In this room up here, if you look, we've got a vent coming out from up above. And so anywhere we have these vents, there's seams up there, and those seams are starting to fail. And so anywhere there's a seam, the water's getting into the seam and then getting under that single ply layer in there.
When it rains, this water just starts pouring down this. As you can see by the stains on the wall, it looks like somebody poured coffee all down it. And it just comes down.
In the hallway.
Well, this is another area where you have another, up on the roof, you have a heating and cooling unit up there. And so around that, your seams are really starting to fail. And I can tell you this is worse than when I was in here the other day.
Water comes in and comes through the holes in the membrane. With the lighting, it's just not protected. And so it comes through the holes, fills the case up, and then the case gets heavy with the water, and the lighting fixture cover crashes down onto the ground.
To fix the leaky roof, the estimate stands at $1.2 million, but that doesn't include interior damage. The district believes it's likely closer to $3 million, but it's not sure at this point. At the State House, where most education dollars come from,
I wouldn't want my children or grandchildren to be in a facility that in these conditions.
I met with Dean Mortimer of the Senate Education Committee to find out how this could happen.
During the downturn, when our public schools budget needed to be reduced in order to fit our state budget, which we're required to balance, there was a decision made by the budgeting committee that the facilities portion of that public schools budget was actually taken and put down into operating, or what we call discretionary spending, so that our districts had more flexibility.
The recession, less money from the state, and weary homeowners rejecting a facility levy in 2011 appear to be major factors. However the situation came to be, it clearly needs to be fixed.
And it's hard to say. You don't want to tax people out of their houses, but the lifeblood of any community is their children.
How long do we wait? How long do we wait for a levy to pass until we say this just is not a safe environment for our kids to be in?
You know, I'm a parent in this community too, and I definitely want this issue addressed, not just for my kid, but for every kid that goes to school here. I mean, to me, this is just unacceptable.
Struggling districts can apply to dip into a special emergency fund, but that has to be done within 2 years of a failed levy. So it's not an option for Mountain Home at this point. I will be keeping track of this story and will bring you new details as parents and school leaders plan the district's next move.